There in YouTube land. Tonight I am reviewing Black Narcissus, a Pal Pressburger film which came out in 1947. Pearl and Pressburger are known for a lot of films, specifically one called The Red Shoes, where they tried to kind of bring ballet into modern day cinema at the time. For me, this is their magnum. This is their magnum opus. This is their greatest film. Black Narcissus is one of the most beautifully shot and most. If you're a student of film, as in filmmaking, study the lighting on this film. The lighting and the framing that's done within Black Narcissus is incredible. We've got Deborah Kerr in here. We got an early role from Gene Simmons as well. Watch for her. We have Cebu, of course, The Jungle Book and films like that. There's my favorite, the breakout star for this one for me was Kathleen Byron. She's an English actress, and she is magnificent in the role of Sister Ruth. She literally steals the show. Every scene that she is in just is hauntingly beautiful. And I don't want to give too much of this away. I'll do the back here, and then I'll talk to you about what I thought of the film itself. So. The explosive film about the conflict between the spirit and flesh is the epitome of the sensuous style of Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. A group of nuns, played by some of Britain's finest actresses, including Deborah Kerr, Kathleen Byron, and Flora Robson, struggle to establish a convent in the Himalayas, while isolation, extreme weather, altitude, and culture clashes all conspire to drive the well-intentioned missionaries mad. A darkly grand film that won Oscars for Alfred Young's art direction and Jack Cardoff's cinematography, Black Narcissus is one of the greatest achievements by two of cinema's true visionaries, and that is true and then some. It's a very sensual film. There are so many kind of like not so much maybe sexual, but more sensual subtexts throughout this film. This really is a this is a group of nuns in in India. Well, it's supposed to be in the Himalayas. It's supposed to be in India. But none of it was shot there. It was actually shot in Pinewood Studios, where a lot of your favorite Hammer films were shot. And it is brilliant. I mean, it is brilliantly done. I think they shot like some location shooting in like Brighton or something like that in England, but nothing. There's no shots of actually in the Himalayas. And it was said that Cardiff got cards and letters afterwards from people that lived or traveled through India, and they said, "Yeah, I recognize that place." So they did their job quite well. It's a fantastic film. It's very melodramatic. It's very 1940s, but it's almost got a timeless quality, and that's probably because of its setting. The film's the cinematography is so lush and vibrant and brilliant. You can fall in love with the place, and you understand why these nuns are like completely overtaken by this place. They go there with all good intentions, and this kind of like the exoticness of the place, the beauty, it just overtakes them. There's a nun there that is good when it comes to like to gardening, and she's there to bring in do the onions and the potatoes and the turnip and carrots and all this stuff. And when we find when the head nun, played by Deborah Kerr, finds out, she's become so entranced with the beauty of the place that she has bypassed all of that and did all these different flowers where the vegetables are supposed to be. So now they're without vegetables, and they just have these like lush flower gardens. And that's kind of like the whole crux of what's going on here. It's like the culture shock and the temptation of this place. This place was almost like a brothel. Women that lived here before were not the nun types, and it's almost like that kind of haunts and permeates the place. Temptation is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It's not like they're being out and out tempted by people, but it's almost like the place, the whole ghost of the of what this place was, just is there. And you take that with the with the beauty of the scenery and just the difference of the people and the culture and the. There's a great actor in this one here, and he's pretty much he's the romantic lead, and he was one of the okay, yeah, David Frere, and I was trying to remember the name, so I had to look it up there. And he just does such a great job. He doesn't have like a large. His role's important, but his role's not like, I wouldn't say overly large, but what he does is so significant in driving the story along. The narrative here is fantastic, and it's a very simple film. It's not like anything. People tried to read so much subtext into this movie, but it's a pretty straightforward film. It's got a pretty linear style to it. And with that being said, it's known more for its just the beauty of the film and the Kathleen Byron's fantastic performance. This really truly belongs in everyone's collection. This one was a gift given to me by my great friend Sammy at Falgar517, who's I'm going to put down below in the description box. I still have to do the links for the other video, which I forgot to do because I was watching this film. And now, but honestly, this got some great stuff in it. We have the transfer on this is amazing. This is exactly what you want to see when you're looking at a Criterion transfer. This is phenomenal. I don't think it can get any better than this for this film. It's got a great video introduction here. There's an audio commentary by featuring Pell and Martin Scorsese, who's always was always interesting. The Audacious Adventure, basically it's a piece on the filmmaker Bertrand Taverner, and who talks about the film and talks about Powell. Profile of Black Narcissus is a half-hour-long documentary about the making of the film, and it's really well done. Talks to the Archers production team. The Archers was the production team that made these films, like The Red Shoes and Black Narcissus, A Matter of Life and Death, Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. Another one that I've got to pick up from Criterion, by the way. Painting with Light, a documentary carves Oscar-winning work in Black Narcissus. Just a lot of great stuff. It has a great booklet in here, one of the bigger ones. You can see like some of just the great stuff. This is here is actually his actress Jean Simmons. She's kind of makeup on her to make her look more exotic, and there's our lead actor there. It's just a fantastic film. And one thing I wanted to talk about was, why do we as collectors do this? What is it about Criterion that makes us go kind of like get so excited like kids at Christmas at twice a year? And a lot of people don't understand it, but the true lover of film is going to. And I'm going to tell you why I think it is. One of the things when you're watching these videos, and you're watching a lot of these like Criterion videos, you're going to hear these words a lot. I haven't seen this movie. This is a complete blind buy, but I really wanted to check it out. And that's because Criterion has brought such a quality to the work that they've done, and it's not just about getting a film. It's about getting an experience. It's about learning something and like testing your boundaries, going places you haven't. It's an adventure, just like the nuns going up to the area here to start their the new convent. Well, we're kind of like, when you buy a lot of these Criterions that you don't know, we're forging new grounds, and we're learning and growing. And we find that with the Criterion label, we're able to do that. We're able to like pretty much enjoy it. We can go blind buy Criterion and feel really good about it. And I mean, they're not cheap, but very rarely will you pick up one of these here and say, yeah, that wasn't worth it. Unless, of course, you, for some reason, picked up The Rock or Armageddon, then my condolences, but you know those films, they're newer films. But stuff like this, if you've never seen Black Narcissus and you pick this up, and this is like a $20 or $40 Blu-ray, you know what? You're getting a really, really good package. And that's what Criterion does so well. It doesn't just, it's not just about the, I'm going to collect the Criterion. It's about the experience and the discovery of it all. And nothing can make you more passionate about film than that. And Criterion is great for bringing out the passion in all film lovers, me specifically. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I hope that you do get to check out the Criterion sale. And just even if you can just grab one, just find something that's different that interests you, and let yourself explore and enjoy it. Get something that's a little different. You know, I've seen a lot of people getting a lot of Wes Anderson, which is really cool and all, but broaden yourself into a blind buy that you don't know. Thanks for watching, and for me right now, it's time for tea.